Hi, this is Kelvin from Small Jumps Only, and today I want to share how adults can also progress quickly, safely, and intentionally in snowboarding. Not everyone gets the luxury of starting snowboarding as a kid. Most of us discover the sport later, when we finally have money, time, and a bit of freedom. And by then, there is this belief sitting in the back of our head: it's probably too late for me to get really good. I used to think that too. I first stepped on snow when I was 16 years old, but after that, I could only go once a year, sometimes once every 2 years, and it was only 3 to 4 days on snow per year. So for a long time, I just assumed my ceiling was carving around, exploring the mountain, and that was it. Freestyle tricks felt completely out of reach. Then everything changed when I turned 30 and discovered airbag training systems in Japan. I went from barely being able to do a proper 180 to landing 540s and now practicing 720s in a little bit over a year. And I would say this is less about talent and more about strategy. So today I want to share how adults can progress quickly, safely, and intentionally in snowboarding. First, risk management equals more time riding. Progress does not come from sending harder tricks. Progress comes from time on snow. And I think the one thing people never talk about is avoiding injuries. If you push too hard and too soon and you get injured, you're not gonna be riding for days, weeks, or even the whole season. And as adults, we have other responsibilities: work, commitments, life. So staying mindful of your physical condition is not optional. It's part of the progression. Sometimes stopping early when you don't feel 100% is actually the smartest move you can make. Staying uninjured is the progression. The second point I want to emphasize is systems. This is the adult advantage. Kids improve really fast because they can fall all day and bounce back. Adults improve fast when they build systems. What does that mean? I mean, creating environments that can let you fail fast, fail safely, and repeat often. For example, instead of guessing tricks on snow, you can drill rotations into an airbag first. Instead of hucking something you're unfamiliar with on snow, learn the movement on a trampoline first. And during the off-season, you can maintain board feel with other sports like surf skating, skating, or surfing. Anything that keeps you balanced, active, and moving. All of that stacks the odds in your favor before you even touch the snow. Because freestyle snowboarding is such a high-risk, high-reward sport, if we didn't start young, we really have to compensate with smarter training environments and other strategies. And that's where dry slopes and airbags come in. Think about it this way. On a normal mountain day, you might lap and lift for 15 minutes just to hit 1 or 2 jumps, sometimes even longer than 15 minutes. At a dry slope or an airbag facility, you could be hitting 3 to 5 jumps in the same amount of time. That's double the reps. That's 100% increase in efficiency. More reps equals faster progression. The advantage adults have over kids or teenagers is that our brains should be developed a little bit more now, and we have more life experience, more patience, and hopefully a little bit more money so we can spend on resources and environments that can help us progress faster. Thirdly, physicality. Your body is also part of the loadout. Snowboarding, at the end of the day, is an extreme sport. You're performing physically in cold weather, unstable terrain, and at speed. If your body isn't really prepared, your riding won't be either. In my opinion, there are 3 physical qualities that matter the most. Explosiveness. This is what gives you pop, speed, and control in the air. A lot of beginners think tricks are technique only, but without power output. Even the perfect technique won't lift you. Explosiveness comes from strength and speed, and that's why building more muscle mass actually matters. More muscle means more force production, more force production means more pop. More pop means more time in the air. And more airtime means you look cooler, you have more time to control your spins and grabs. And yeah, who wouldn't want to be the highest in the room? You don't need to be bulky, but you do need to be athletically strong. Personally, I found this to be helpful in the off-season to train for. Number 1, squats. It's the foundation of lower body power, leg press, controlled and strength building, and then plyometrics. This teaches your muscles to fire fast. Strength builds your engine, and plyometrics teaches you how to use it and combine it all together. The second thing is cardio. This will keep you riding all day and sustain your riding quality. Without endurance, your form will break down, and when form breaks down, that's when injuries happen. Personally, I suggest everybody to do a little bit of training in zone 2 cardio. That's the sweet spot for snowboard training. This means training at a pace where you're breathing a little bit harder, but you can still hold a conversation. Examples of this: incline walking, cycling, light jogging. This builds endurance without frying your nervous system or drain recovery. Finally, flexibility is really overlooked. Mobility equals better board control, smoother movements, fewer injuries. A really stiff rider is a fragile rider. I think a really good tool that I found is Pilates. Pilates is one of the best methods for snowboarders because it builds both mobility and stability at the same time. So to conclude, when your body is strong, mobile, and conditioned, snowboarding stops feeling exhausting and starts feeling fun. Never overlook the physicality of snowboarding as a sport, and don't expect to hit the mountain straight away blasting at 100% when you've not been working out for the entire year. That's just not gonna work out, mate. 4. Intentionality. Progress does not happen just because you ride more. I've seen riders ride all season but still look the same at the start of the season. They never took a moment to reflect or look at their own videos and see what they could improve. Progress happens when you understand the gap between where you are right now and where you want to get to. That requires awareness. In my opinion, one of the most powerful tools to build awareness is to film yourself, because what you think you look like when you're riding often is not what you actually look like. These two can be extremely different, and video will remove the guesswork. It will show you exactly what to fix. If you have the resources and time, I would also suggest you do some online coaching or send it to a friend who is further along the progress curve in snowboarding than you. Send them your videos and ask for critique. A lot of times I will see people practice the wrong movements over and over, thinking that it's the right movement, and then eventually down the line they will learn the actual right movement, but then it will take weeks, months of self-adjustment just to remove the bad habit. So instead of doing all of those things, be smart, start filming yourself today, and progress the right way. In closing, if you really want to progress fast as an adult snowboarder, focus on these 3 things for the maximum return on investment. Finding your system, build on your physicality, and work on your intentionality. Don't focus on talent, don't focus on your age, and don't rely on luck. Adults actually have an advantage. We can train smarter. We don't have to be the young gun-ho kid hucking backflips into rocks and then get injured and have to sit out the whole season. We're not like that anymore, hopefully. And if you stay consistent, stay intentional, and stay uninjured, you might surprise yourself with how fast you can improve. Because progression isn't always about starting early, it's about starting strategically. And that's why I believe everybody has the potential to reach the goals they've set for themselves, as long as it's within reason, of course. Here's something like a little bit of help from you guys. I'm thinking about making a blueprint on how I'm progressing in snowboarding as an adult in the most efficient way possible. It will cover my training schedule, which includes how I structure practice on snow and on airbags, my off-season strength and conditioning programs, where to train it affordably and efficiently. So please let me know and comment if this is something you'd like to see, and I'll get to making it as well. I really hope this was helpful. I love snowboarding, and I want to see you guys out in the mountain, safe and progressing. See you on the next one.